Did you know that NASA scientists recently made some amazing discoveries about Mercury? In this video, we are going to see some of the coolest things that they've found so far. From an ancient sea to a possible landing spot for aliens, to the planet's strange magnetic field, this video has it all. For more than 3 decades, scientists have been engaged in a contentious discussion over Mercury's low-lying plains as well as the origin of the planet's magnetic field. In January 2008, the Mercury Surface, Space Environment, Geochemistry, and Ranging Messenger spacecraft flew by the planet. Subsequent analyses of the data have shown that volcanoes played a role in the formation of plains, and they have also hinted at the possibility that the planet's magnetic field is actively produced in its core. Both of these discoveries were made possible by the Messenger mission. Besides this, researchers received their first look at the chemical makeup of the planet's surface. The little probe gathered charged particles, ions, close to Mercury and evaluated the composition of Mercury's weak atmosphere, which led to the discovery of linkages between the two that had not been found before. A special edition of Science that was released on July 4 had 11 pieces that detailed the results. The idea that certain lunar plains originated from material ejected by huge impacts and later created smooth ponds in 1972 sparked a debate among scientists over the origin of Mercury's smooth plains, and Mariner 10's 1975 images of comparable formations fueled the debate even further. Apollo 16's suggestion that certain lunar plains originated from material ejected by huge impacts and later created smooth ponds in 1972 sparked a debate among scientists over the origin of Mercury's smooth plains, even though the images from the mission did not show any volcanic vents or other volcanic features. Some scholars remained adhered to the idea that the plains material on Mercury originated from volcanic activity. Studies of the planet's surface have been described in 6 publications that have been published in the journal Science. These articles include observations of the planet's reflectance and color change, surface chemistry, high-resolution imaging at multiple wavelengths, and elevation measurements. Scientists found evidence of volcanic eruptions across the perimeter of the Caloris Basin, which is one of the youngest impact basins found elsewhere in the solar system. According to the first height measurements made by any spaceship on the planet, the craters that can be found on Mercury are about 2 times shallower than those that can be found on the moon of Earth. As shown by the findings, Mercury has had an eventful and complex geologic history. At its center, Mercury's core contains at least 60% of the planet's total mass, making it far more massive than any other terrestrial planet. The flyby highlighted the dynamic and complicated interplay between the planet's interior, surface, exosphere, and magnetosphere, which is driven by the magnetic field, which is formed in the outer core by the cooling of the core. This interaction is driven by the magnetic field. Principal investigator Sean Solomon, from the Carnegie Institution of Washington, remarked on the significance of the core-to-surface geological formations by saying, "The major tectonic landforms on Mercury, including regions photographed for the first time by Messenger, are features termed lobate scarps, gigantic cliffs that mark the summits of crustal faults that developed during the contraction of the surrounding area." During the flyby, first-of-its-kind observations of the ionized particles in Mercury's unique exosphere were also carried out. In the exosphere, which has a meager atmospheric pressure, the chances of 2 molecules coming into contact with each other are much lower than the chances of them coming into contact with the surface. The planet's very elliptical orbit, its slow rotation, and the interactions of particles with the magnetosphere, interplanetary medium, and solar wind are the primary contributors to the dramatic shifts in particle behavior that occur between seasons as well as during the day and night. These changes can also be observed within a single day. NASA scientists discussed some of the amazing discoveries they have made about the planet Mercury. They have also discussed how the planet has a gaunt atmosphere, a huge iron core, and a surface that is covered in craters. How Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun and how it has a prolonged day. The scientists are thrilled about the discoveries they have made about Mercury and are looking forward to learning more about the planet.